original Madison County Courthouse was built in 1881. Originally, it only had 2 floors. A third floor was added in 1886. Look at that big tower to the left of it. Does it look familiar? Well, on November the 25th, 1912, it burned to the ground and was replaced by the present courthouse. The cost of this building in 1912 was $56,485. If we had to replace our courthouse today with the exact materials, it would cost $30 million, according to an architect firm in Tallahassee. Hey, you ever wonder what that tall tower next to the courthouse actually is? Well, that's actually a water tower. It hasn't been used in a really, really long time, but it's cool looking. So let's go inside and meet a very important person to our county. He's going to give us a special tour.
Hey, I'm Billy Washington. I'm the Madison County Clerk of Court. And today I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what the Clerk of Court here in Madison does. We have a couple of main functions. Chief among them we are the keeper of the court record. So if you come to court, at the end of your time here in court, your record goes and we keep those records and track them. We also are the keeper of the Board of County Commission records. These are things like the minutes from meetings, the resolutions and the ordinances that the commissioners pass. We also are the keeper of the official records. So these would be like deeds for your properties, marriage licenses, things of those natures. And we also serve as the chief financial officer for the county. So in other words, we pay the county's bills, we perform the human resources function for the county, as well as track the budget.
This is a picture of our courthouse courtroom. It looks just like some of the movies that we've seen. There was actually a movie shot here a few years ago. And this is looking back up into the balcony from the front of the courtroom. And this is looking down into the courtroom from the balcony. Well, now let's go to the attic. Dark, spooky, dusty. But we have to go through here to get to our final destination. Oh, look, another ladder, but there's light. And this is in the tower at the top of the courthouse, looking out the windows all around the city of Madison. These are the actual tiles that are on the roof of the courthouse. They're made out of a clay. One more little ladder. Ugh, little ladder. But we'll be there to the clock tower.
Want to tell us about it? All I can tell you about it is that it's a Seth Thomas clock that is 106 years old, original to the courthouse. In 1949, these motors were added, and they, quote, electrified the clock. It used to have a series of pulleys, weights and pulleys, and a handle they would crank to move the clock back to kind of like a grandfather clock. Now, when you set the clock, so this face right here shows whatever is on the outside faces. So you see the outside face out the window. What it does, it goes through here. Those 4 arms move the hands on the clock outside, and they show whatever's on this face. The way you set it, though, I'm going to step by you here real quick. It has a key, and that key fits right here. And then as you turn this key, it essentially turns a second hand, and as you turn that second hand, you can watch the minute hand move around the clock here, and as the minute hand moves, the hours move, and as it gets to every half hour and hour, it'll chime the time, and this cable here is going outside to the bell, which is around the corner. If you go back around that way, just watch your step over the hole.
Yeah.
You want me to take it for you?
Yeah. You can take it for me.
Okay.
'Cause I really don't want to go over the hole.
I got you, I understand. So here is the bell and the hammer.
Oh, wow.
And there's one of the clock faces. Oh, just turned off on me.
It's still going. It just so it's backwards.
Yeah.
Looking on the inside out. So you've been up here when the bells rung?
Yes. Yeah, you just wind it and it takes you about, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe to set it ahead an hour, 2 minutes, something like that. But when you have to set it to fall back, you have to set it ahead 11 hours.
Oh, so you're sitting there twirling it for a long
So
time.
there's two ways to do it. You can sit here and twirl it for about, I think Lillian and I did it last time, just when it recently did it. And I want to say we were here for 27 minutes spinning. Or you can come here and just turn the power off, come back 11 hours later and turn the power back on and hope nobody notices that the clock hands didn't move.
And there it's moving. Chain's moving.
You can watch it moving right here. See it moving?
Wow.
And when it moves, like as you're winding it, this whole piece moves around. So like you're constantly moving as you're winding. I mean, it takes 12 hours to get it back to here. So I mean, if you did it 11 hours, you'd end up here somewhere.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So this is where
This is where they service it every year. So whenever they come to service it, they write down the date, and they come once a year to do the service.
Huh.
And so the guy that electrified the clock in the 40s, he worked on this clock, and then his son took over that company, and his son worked on it until this past year, when the grandson now comes, and he is the person who worked on the clock. So.
So you see, the Madison County Courthouse has a lot of history. It's not just some building sitting in the middle of town. It's a beautiful building, and 4-H is actually going to make it prettier. See that flower bed? That's our next 4-H project. I'd love some help. If you want to be part of it, give me a call.